Okay, yeah, any brown is fine. Take out some brown color and mix it with water. So you actually see first, all of you on my screen. See, my brush has only water for now, and I am taking this tiny bit of brown and mixing it over here. See, lot of water, tiny bit of brown. Okay, and then just look at my screen, all of you first, and then first observe, then you can continue to do. Then this brown color, the very light one, I am doing as my first layer. Since in watercolor painting we go layer by layer, I will do it leaving the windows and the door. But see the shade, it's negligible. Harshini, 10 times lighter. 10 times lighter, okay? Look at my screen, that's why I'm saying don't start right away. Please see the shades. It's very light, negligible brown. Okay, do this as first layer. Leave the doors and windows. Harshini, you can do it even more dilute. Add more water to your paint. Okay. So, yeah, okay. Make sure you all add a lot of water and very less paint, okay? Then for the second layer, I am adding bit more of color to my water. Okay, I think everyone is doing the first layer. I will wait. Nice, Ira. Yeah. Yes, Harshini, continue to do. Harshini, you are, the thing is you are adding water to your paint. Don't do that. I just now told you the technique now. Take only water in your brush on the other side. Then add little bit of paint to the water and it will get very light. Akshita, that's perfect. Don't add water to paint. Instead, add paint to water. That's the thing to do with the first layer. Now I am adding bit more paint to my water and then just doing it little bit on the corners, okay, because at the corners there is shadow and the depth to show that we do our second layer, which is bit darker. Here I am dabbing my paint because my paint is so watery already that if I do dabbing it will give me more natural effect. So I am doing it at both the corners, around this corner because I want to show depth over here, and around this top corner of the house. It should be not in a very particular shape, okay? It should be randomly done. The same color which I am using in my second layer, I am doing it on these two sides. But see how I am not covering the area completely. Very roughly I am doing it only some parts of it. I mean covering the side but not going on the other side. It can be done like this. So rest of the part we can just do as light highlighted part. Leave some part white in between, so that part we can use as highlight, the reflection of light. Show me. Okay, Vandita, show me where is the top part of the house, the small triangle. Okay, you have to do color in that also, dear. Look, like I have done the first layer as well as the second layer. Show me. Okay, all right. Okay, Ira. I will tell you, please wait. Vedant, show me. Vandita, color in the top part of the house also. Okay, Vedansh, it's nice. Yes, Akshita, it's good. Alright, now we are going to color in the windows. For that, we will need the blue color paint which we have used for clouds. Very tiny, okay? We will not need much of it. So take only tiny bit of paint. On the left side of the windows, you have to do dark color, and on the right side, sorry, yes, I've used dark blue all over. So using the same, because the windows will have a reflection of the clouds. Yeah, it's okay. Yes, Dalisha, it's okay. So for the windows, we will do on the left hand side dark blue and on the right hand side light blue. I am not asking you to change the color, just change the quantity of water. Like we have just now done 2 layers of brown, no? Like that, you have to do blue in 2 layers. First light blue to fill up completely, and then some dabbing of dark blue on the left hand side where the light is less, and that's why it's appearing darker. You may have to wait a while before your first layer dries so that you can do the second layer on that. And let's do the same for the door as well. I have also added little bit of leftover brown for the door color to make it little muddy blue. So see, you do the blue color for 3 windows, then for the door also do the same blue, and then just pick up little bit of the leftover brown to make it slightly different shade from these two. Bit muddy. Yeah. On the left hand side of all the 3 windows, it's gonna be dark. Same color but dark. So you can then make your second layer, which is darker. If your first layer is still very wet, you can wait for the second layer. It will not show up otherwise. And same thing will happen with the door. The second layer will be on the left side, it will be darker. These. Vandita, the painting has lots of elements. We are doing everything step by step, okay? It has lots of things that I am yet to teach you. So, you see these little detailings in watercolor painting will give the realistic lighting thing for your paintings. These are the steps for you to learn. Good job, Ira. Drawing कर लिया. Nice, Vandita. That's good. So now all of you, do you all have white color tube? Because if you will use cake, it will not give you what I'm going to show you. If you don't have tube, you use white paint of any other color, like poster color or acrylic paint or anything. Just don't use cake paints, use any other paint and use white and a very thin brush and do the outlining of this house. Vandita, mic on mute, please. Do like an outline of this house. It should be slightly thick because even after this white outline, we are going to do outline of that border as well. So it should not be very thin, but of course not very thick also. You have to use white paint. If you have watercolor tube, you can use that. Else you can use any other paint, poster color, acrylic paint, any paint, white. Yeah. Harshini, the color inside the doors and windows is very dark. The house color is come out good. It's very nice that you have used so light color for house, and for the doors and windows you should have added much more water, okay? But it's fine. After doing the white outline of the house, please blow or just try to dry this really quick so that we can do detailing inside it. Next, whatever we do, we need to dry. Yeah, very nice, Akshita. Yes, Ira, tell me. Any paint. Yeah, got you. You can use that. They are very nice paints. No, only for this white part. Rest of the painting we are doing with watercolor. For this also, if you have tube watercolor, you can use white. Otherwise, I'm asking you to use any other color. No problem. Yes, only for white you can use that. Yes, Vedansh, it's good. Just dry it quickly, children, because so that we can do the rest of the detailing inside it. Oh wow, super fast. I'm blowing and trying to dry it super quick. So I have zoomed the design because now I'm going to do detailing with my thin black pen. Okay, 1 second, I just get it first. So thin black pen I'm using now, and see what I'm going to do. Okay, I will yes, with the thin black pen. It's there in the video. Okay, so see now what I'm doing with my thin black pen. I am doing outlining of the house in this way, and then of the window also, like we do in illustrations. Don't use thick pen at all, okay? And then I will do some vertical lines like this for the house. It's visible, right? Yeah. Sorry, I have to change the angle to suit. You have to do vertical lines like this. Sorry. Don't use thick pen. You can use any ballpoint pen or anything. Yeah, you need to use thin pen. You have to do outline of this white part, okay? So this white part will have two outline. One where it is starting and one on the other side. Keep changing the angle of your book, but get the lines correctly, okay? It's okay to have slightly broken lines because, as I said, how we do in illustration, we are going to give it that effect. On the upper part, I'm doing some dark lines. Then same side, I'm doing little bit on the door also with this black, some scribbling. For this upper part of the house, I'm doing horizontal lines, like hatching lines, giving it a very rough look, and see how amazing it looks in this way. Yeah? Okay, your pens are not working. So you use paint brush, but very thin brush. Yeah. One minute, huh? I'm just checking. And then on the wall side here, what we will do, we will make a brick-like impression. Okay, not too thin but not too thick also. Let me draw and then I will show you what I am saying. You can make like checks in this way. So you see the background there is, mic on mute please, Vandita. So there are lots of variations of colors as in the background, and over that when we do such kind of illustrations, it looks really amazing. Don't do very proper line, it's okay, like broken lines with free hand. Yours may be slightly different than mine, which is completely fine. Look how amazing the house is looking, especially with those white patches that we leave here and there, which gives the highlight wonderfully. Very good, Akshita. Nice. You're getting it. That's hot air balloon. Yeah, never mind. We will do that. Before that, we will make some pine trees on both the sides. What, yaar, Akshita? It's okay. We will make out space. Don't worry. We have such a big moon now. Harshini, that's very nice. Good job, Harshini. Good job. Yeah, if we will get time, I've thought of teaching you loose floral. Just with paints, a small tutorial of painting some flowers like tulips with just paints and brushes. Yeah. Just something, some small thing which we can complete today only, just for your learning, not a full-fledged project. Okay, Vedant, show me. So Vedant, your pen is not working, so you tried it with paintbrush, is it? Okay, the same effect with paintbrush, but which is fine. It's okay, right? The effect will be different. Yeah, it will come little thick, but it's okay. Even thick is good. But just because you cannot compare with this one because this is thin. Or otherwise, if you want, you can leave that part and later you can try with your any other black pen, or after it's dried, the pen may work on it. That can also happen. Yeah, Vandita, 1 minute, please. Yes, Vedansh. या डेफिनेटली देन फिर परेशान मत हो, आपकी वो नहीं हो रहा, ठीक है, इट्स ऑल राइट. या यू विल नॉट गेट सेम इफेक्ट विथ पेंट, बट वट एवर यू गेट इज ऑल्सो फाइन. Yes, you're welcome. Yes, Vandita, you can go, yeah. So others, once you finish this part, just show it to me and then we will move on to paint the pine trees. I can't wait, love to paint trees with watercolors. Very nice. Good job, Ira. It's looking good. Yes, when it was wet. Same ochre only, Akshata. We did not change the color at all. But just on the corners, we did our fourth layer of dark brown so that the craters looks like it has some depth on the bottom side of the craters. Yeah. So, shall I start with the tree, children? Yeah, Dalisha, it's nice, Dalisha. Dalisha, which pen you're using? Looks like it's a bit thick. Then you did it with the watercolor paints. Okay, okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, it's all right. I know few pens doesn't work over the paint, so that's one thing. But we cannot even do pen work first and then do the paint, because some paints get some inks get spread with paint, so that's a problem. Normally ballpoint pen works good on anything and they are very cheap, so you can keep a stock of black ballpoint pen for such kind of purposes. Okay, so blue, okay, no problem. So now to make the pine tree, what we will do, we will use any black pen or blue pen or whatever pen you all have and draw a line over the side of the house. Okay, on both the sides of the house. The height of the line will be almost equal to this part. Okay, and then show me. You have, Nadir, use that much. Jitni hai, itni enough hai. You can still manage, okay? Don't worry. On the sides of the lines. It's okay if it goes outside of the moon part also. Don't worry. It's the tree. Or maybe if you are doubtful, you can watch mine first and then you can do, then you will have much better idea of what we are doing. So I've drawn 2 lines on both the sides. Then that will help you. You can use that. It's okay if it is blue also. Use that. Then with the same color pen, I am making small tiny lines on above the wall part. Okay. So please wait and see first what is to be done. Then only do all of you. Now, taking the shade of green, any shade, it's all right. If it is dark, light or whatever. Please watch me first, children, then do, okay? So, use any green shade, not too watery like we are normally using for our layers. No, not that watery. Yes, Vandita, but now you don't, if you go, you will miss this part. If you can wait for 5 minutes, you can watch the process and go. Yeah, if it's urgent, then you go. I will repeat the process. No problem. Okay, so I've taken green color paint. You all see that it's not too watery but not too thick. It's just fine. Then I'm going to use this green paint and make my tree. So it's okay again to make broken lines. Vandita, mic on mute. It's okay to make broken lines. It's okay. Any green color is fine. Okay. So like this, you have to also leave some white spaces. Okay. This should not be very definite. Otherwise, you will have all the part filled up and it will not look like a nice tree. You see how I'm doing? It's like very random line, broken lines, and also it's pointed at the top while it's spreading down as we are going. And leaving lot of white spaces. Keep on lifting your brush every now and then. That way you will not make a complete line. Instead you will make dash line kind of thing. You know now what I'm saying? Not dots, neither lines, but just dash. So you will get good arrangement of leaves in that way. And you also have to make the straight line which you have done with pen again with the paint, so that it doesn't look very sharp. Also, you can choose to do that with paint only and not with the black pen. That's also fine. Yeah, and same thing over here. Start a little bit higher. And here the trees are hidden behind. So we can only see half of it. It's like this. Now you have an idea of how much space you will need and all, and you can start. Just don't fill it up completely, okay? Make it in dots or dashes and not like complete line kind of thing. It will give you the effect. Don't use very watery paint for this one. Yes, yes, go. This is the first layer. After that, we are going to use a different shade of green and do the second layer as well. No matter light green, dark green, whatever green, but just a layer. Make sure you leave white spaces, I'm telling again and again, because that's what gives the perfect definition. The tree will be until the end of the line. See, this much white gap if you leave, it's gonna look amazing. Because we are also going to do the second layer, na? And now as the house part is dried, the windows, doors and everything, you can see the effect of the light and dark shades that we are giving. Yeah, Akshita, it's looking good, but next time whenever you try doing pine trees with watercolor paints, you can still make it better by giving too much broken lines, having lots of white gaps in between, instead of, making perfect lines. Yeah. In fact, whenever you are free, you try to make these trees on your rough paper. It will give you good practice. Because the trees should not look like perfectly defined in lines. It should look like this, because leaves are very much scattered here and there. Harshini. Yeah, Harshini, same suggestion to you also. It's looking nice, but again, you can also try next time doing such trees with lots of broken lines. Okay, yeah, it's looking good. Vedant, show me your tree. Nice, Vedansh. Vedansh, what has happened to the bottom of the tree? So आपको उसको cover कर देना है green से. You have to make the tree all until down. You have some white trunk part, the black trunk part you still have visible, na? Show me again. If you have that gap, you need to fill that up. Yes, right. So Vedansh, the leaves will touch until the moon. It's a very dense tree. Are you getting me? If not, please ask me, I'll explain you. सी वेदांश, ये ट्रंक है ना हमारे ट्री का, ट्रंक तक हमने पूरा लीव्स बनाया है. वी हैव नॉट लेफ्ट एनी पार्ट ऑफ द ट्रंक ब्लैंक विदाउट लीव्स. या सो यू कैन कवर ऑल ऑफ दैट पार्ट ऑल्सो विथ योर ग्रीन कलर. यस. After that, you all can choose a different shade of green. As I said, light, dark doesn't matter. Dalisha, very good. It's looking nice. Any shade of green other than the previous one. darker, lighter, whichever you have. If you don't have any, you can even choose yellow, but yeah, preferably another shade of green. And with that shade of green, you can just put some highlight here and there. This is the second layer. If you want, you can watch me first and then do. See, this layering gives lot of depth to our paintings. Very thin brush, okay? Use very thin brush. Again, very random, not so straight, dash type of lines. And the another shade will give density to it. See the difference of doing one layer and two layer. Doing two layer makes it look so much dense. Change the shade for sure. And just do some highlight. Not everything. You don't even have to look for white spaces. You can overlap. You can do some on the white also. Just do broken lines. That's the thumb rule. Not very straight, perfect lines. And definitely do not cover up all the white spaces, okay? Those white spaces are which gives the effect. For all the four trees, you have to do it in this way. Hashini, the second layer, I think you have overdone it. Very thin brush is required for this purpose, children. Wow, look at the trees. Dalisha, bring it closer to the screen. Yeah, it's nice. Can you all see the trees? Nice, Akshita. Akshita, you did these two borders with pen, right? The wall borders. So Akshita, they look like a perfect line for to me right now. Why don't you make them a bit more, I will show you how. So instead of a line like this, you make them like this. Now also, just besides this line, you could do some little scribbling. Then it will look better for your this artwork. Yes, right. Ira, your tree is getting ready. Okay. Okay. And then we will start with our hot air balloon. As I was telling you since the beginning, no, that we have lots of detailings to do inside there after we do the painting. Yes, Akshita, it's good. For the hot air balloon, we should do, I think, orange color. Yeah, let's do orange color. Yes, nice. It's nice, Vandita. I will definitely give you all practice of painting pine trees separately as well. I think all of you need that, but it's looking good. Nice. Okay, Ira, it's looking good. Yeah. Yes. Maybe after we do the hot air balloon on a rough paper, we are going to do a little bit of practicing of making pine tree in a bigger space. I'm sure. Okay, no problem. I will teach you, yeah? Don't worry. Okay, no worries. We will learn. So now we need orange color. If you have orange, you can use directly. I don't have, so I am making by mixing yellow and red. You know, yellow and red mix up to give you orange color. So yeah, it's okay. This part on which is like on the downside of all the craters, you can do one more layer which is slightly more darker to give it depth. Yeah. Now to make orange color, I am mixing very tiny bit of red to my yellow so that it looks very bright orange and not too deep. Again, I want you all to first see how I'm doing, then only do, okay? Because there are lots of spaces that we need to leave white. So first of all, I will make a drawing of this by using my black pen. Again, not with very proper lines, but just scribbling lines, hatching lines, whatever you call it. Just see how I'm drawing, then maybe you can draw. This curve that I'm drawing is a curve, not a straight line. Yeah. Wait, let's just draw this first. To give it that 2D effect of 3D effect of roundness, let's make this curves rounded using your black pen. You can use blue ballpoint pen also if you don't have, yeah, don't worry. It's okay, Vedansh, you use any other ballpoint pen, whichever you have, no problem. Yeah, it's okay. See, I'm drawing the bottom part also, very simple way. Because I don't have even much space to draw it complicated, so what to do? Maybe you all can draw with all of these with me first, and then we can start painting. Okay, so don't go until the trees, okay? I think I should have also not gone. That's very close to the tree. Don't go so close to the tree, okay? I will just try to fix it. Please don't go close to the tree, all of you. I don't want this. I am trying to. Maybe I will stop right there. It's okay if I don't make the basket separately. Yeah, it's fine. In fact, after this one dries, I will make a tiny basket here. Then you can also make that. You also make it tiny so that you don't come very close to the tree. No, we will do it with brush. Very tiny area, no? We normally use cotton for the background area. Yes, Dalisha, it's good. For the painting part, I want you all to only see first and then only start, okay? Because there are lots of spaces we need to leave white, which you cannot undo once you do. Oh, very good, Hashini. I think you are the winner here with the basket. We all don't have space for basket. Nice. Orange. Yeah, if you have a ready orange, use that. Otherwise, mix little bit of red with yellow and make your nice pretty orange. Yes, Ashwini, it's good. Ira, let me draw after this messed up thing dries up. Then you can also draw looking at that. But you also have a similar space as mine, so I suggest you to draw small only. Vandita, always forget to mute your mic. Alright, so please look at my screen, then only start painting. Very nice, Akshita. Oh, I'm feeling bad. I don't have space for basket. Okay, never mind. So all of you, please look at my screen and see how to paint. Yes, Vedansh? Okay, so use blue now. That's what, no problem. Use blue, it's totally fine. Yeah. Initially, not very thin, but medium. But please only see first. Give your 5 minutes to see how to do, then only do. Okay. So in the middle part over here, there is a lot of light which is reflecting. So we are not going to paint over there. Okay. We are only going to paint on the sides. Please don't start now, otherwise you will not know which part to be left to hide. We are not going to paint it like a 2-year-old, just doing all over around colorful patterns. Lots of white space to be left because it's a round thing, no? So lot of light reflects from there. We are not going to do layers, so you can use medium thick paint, not too watery but not too thick also. And again, watercolor paints, lots of dabbing, less of swiping. With acrylic paints, it's more of swiping. On the sides, we will fill a bit more, but still we will leave little white gaps here and there. And on the center, we will leave lot of white gap. Please keep looking here. Don't do in this strap, okay? The horizontal strap, don't fill that. Okay, yeah, just paint like this and leave lots of white spaces in the center part. Yeah, all of you paint like this. Don't use very thick paint also, otherwise it will not merge and it won't look nice. Ira, I have drawn the basket. You can also draw a basket like this. Make it small, okay? In the basket, there will be all crisscross hatching with pen. Don't worry if you have blue ballpoint pen, that is always there in all the home. Use blue ballpoint pen, don't worry. You just want to learn the technique, which you can learn with any pen. Crisscross hatching. Wait, I will show you in a bigger space how to do that. See. In the basket, you need to do crisscross hatching. What is that? It's like making checks, but very improper checks. So if this is your basket, only on one side, you will do like this, crisscross hatching. Very roughly, very roughly. Because other sides, it's not even visible due to the effect of light. So you have to do it very roughly. Yeah, so you all must be wondering that teacher is telling us to do so much of rough work. If you are making proper lines, I'm asking you to make it rough line. So this is what we want to do with watercolor painting in this art. Show me. Okay, so it's okay, leave it. Leave it. Never mind, just leave it. Very, very watery brown paint. Yeah, I'm doing it brown because I have brown already, so it's fine. The house color brown, very watery, but see, everything is just here very muddy in this basket part if you see. So just use very watery paint, that will look good. Yes, it's good. Very watery, very watery. Harshini, it's good, Harshini. Yes, Akshita, it's good. Orange color. Very watery brown. We just want to give an impression that something is there but don't want to highlight because it's a very tiny thing. It's not much visible also. Yeah, that's so. After your paint dries now, instead of doing this small pattern of crisscross that I have done, you just do 2 horizontal lines and 3 vertical lines and make it big pattern. That's also fine. Yeah, but only after it dries now, since you have painted. Dalisha, bring your hot air balloon closer to the screen. Okay, Dalisha, the shape of the hot air balloon, especially when it is ending, it could have been narrower, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Rest is good. Yes, Dalisha. Yes, it's nice, Akshita. Good. Okay, 1 minute. Huh? Okay, 1 minute, please. Yeah, Hashini, I was away, so I couldn't hear. What did you say? Yes, it's good. Yes, Ira, it's good. I'm just waiting for my orange to dry so that I can do a little bit of work over there and show you all. Yes, Vedansh, it's nice. Vedansh, you can do a little bit of more orange. I think you have left too many white spaces, so you can do a little bit here. And the same color, the watery brown that we have done in the basket, we can do inside this strap also. Done, everyone. We have to wait for this to dry before we do our white part over there. In this upper line, watery brown. Okay, so few lines with black pen that I'm going to do now, as you all can see. Just a small thin wire which is going out very randomly. One from here, one from there, and then few lines please see first before you do. Like it's like an illustration which we see in books, storybooks. Just few lines, few random lines with your black or blue pen, whichever you are using, on this. Whenever you get time. Yeah, okay, nice. I will show you all once again. See. Okay, so I will show you how to make a pine tree. Using a thin brush, first I will make a stem like this. Then I will first make branches. So the branches are not straight. It should be hanging out in this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and 5. The lower branches are curved. They are down. Then the strokes only on the lower side. No stroke on the upper side. On the lower side also, the strokes are curvy. It's curved, it's not in a straight way. Then again, for this one also, strokes only on the lower side, not on the upper side. And for this one, strokes on both the sides. That's because the vision, the view of the tree that we get is like that the tree looks like this. For the lower branches, all the petals look together because the behind ones are hidden at the back of the front ones. Vandita, the strokes are done in too much speed and that's why it is not in your control. Again, look at my screen. I'm showing once again. Look at the strokes. If the branch is like this, the strokes are not like this. No, this is wrong. If the branch is like this, the strokes are in the curved way, going along the branch. That's the major rule you have to follow. Yeah, Akshita, it's fine, but I think you can practice more. For you also, Akshita, I would suggest that the direction of the strokes, make it in the direction of the upper curve only. Dalisha, more practice. This branch and then all the curves, all the strokes are along that. Don't change the direction. It will look very childish then. Hashini, practice more. So I think you all can practice little bit of both the types of trees and during the weekend, and if you get doubt you can clear that with me on Monday and we will start a new project on Monday also. Yes, the class is almost over. Dalisha, more practice required. Okay, don't worry, it doesn't come in one go. It's only a matter of practice. Yes, Akshita, you can leave. Bye. Show me your painting once you are done. Thank you to you too. For the pine trees. This pine tree, I'm just showing one more demo. Okay, so we have to just keep on lifting up our brush. We don't have to draw lines at all. We just have to make dots and dashes. Don't use very watery paint. Keep using medium thick paint. Leave lot of white spaces in the way that I am showing. Work on dots and dashes only. Do not draw lines at all. Don't draw lines at all. Just keep on drawing, dabbing your brush to make dots and dashes. Keep on dabbing. Do not drag your brush, otherwise you will make line and it will not look good. We don't want to make line. It should be narrow at the top, broad at the bottom. If you want, you can leave some space at the bottom, and it's okay if you don't leave also. So that's how the tree should look like. All right, bye bye.